Welcome to the Southwest Desert. In today's episode, we take an in-depth look at a remarkable period in Los Angeles history spanning from around 1835 to 1875. During this time, grape cultivation reigned supreme as the region's dominant industry, earning Los Angeles the moniker the City of Vines. Our story begins long before California became part of the United States, with the arrival of the first Spanish expedition led by Governor Gaspar de Portola in 1769. Expedition chronicler Fray Juan Crespi painted an idyllic picture of the Los Angeles Valley, describing it as an extensive plain graced by a thriving Native American village nestled among trees along a river he named Porciuncula. After crossing the river, the expedition found themselves surrounded by a vast, wild grapevine vineyard and countless blooming rose bushes. Crespi praised the rich black, loamy soil, deeming it capable of producing bountiful harvests of every imaginable grain and fruit. Little did he know his glowing account foreshadowed the valley's future identity as the City of Vines. Thank you for joining your desert frontiersman, Alan. If you enjoy this Southwest tale, leave a like or comment. For further adventures, hit the subscribe button. Fast forward 6 decades to around 1829 or 1830, when a Frenchman named Jean-Louis Vigne arrived in Los Angeles, forever changing the course of the city's agricultural history. Vigne secured 104 acres of land facing present-day Aliso Street, stretching all the way to the Los Angeles River, and set about planting a vineyard. He dubbed his property El Aliso in honor of the stately 400-year-old alder tree that stood watch over his wine cellars, providing welcome shade. Tragically, this ancient sentinel would later fall victim to progress, chopped down to make way for the Philadelphia brewery. Vigne was not the only early pioneer to stake his claim in the burgeoning Los Angeles wine industry. Another notable vineyard, situated at what is now the corner of First and Alameda Streets, belonged to a Dutchman named Johannes Groningen. Groningen's path to becoming a vintner was an unconventional one. As the sole survivor of an ill-fated shipwreck in 1828, he was given a new lease on life in Los Angeles. Adopting the name Juan Domingo, he married a local woman, immersed himself in civic affairs, and cultivated an extensive vineyard that would leave an indelible mark on the city's viticultural landscape. The tireless efforts of the Padres at Mission San Gabriel played an instrumental role in the proliferation of grapevines and fruit trees throughout the region. They scoured the globe for the finest cuttings and seeds, bringing in treasured varietals from as far afield as Mexico and France. The mission's mother vineyard served as a vital source of young vines for aspiring vineyardists across the Los Angeles plain. As the 1830s drew to a close, the vineyards of Don Luis Vigne at El Aliso were entering their prime. Over 1,000 vines trained to climb along arbors stretched out over the property. One particularly impressive arbor extended nearly half a mile from Vignes' house to the river's edge. These lush, vine-draped corridors soon became the go-to venue for lively parties and spirited political rallies. To safeguard his valuable crop, Vigne enclosed his land with an adobe wall and planted protective hedges. In 1839, Vigne's nephew Pierre Saint-Savin arrived from France to lend his uncle a hand. A decade later, another nephew, Louis Saint-Savin, joined the family business. Recognizing the untapped potential of Los Angeles's wine industry, the savvy Saint-Savin brothers made their uncle an offer he couldn't refuse. In 1855, they acquired Vignes' sprawling vineyard for the astronomical sum of $42,000 and set their sights on producing world-class champagne and fine wines for the lucrative San Francisco market. The success of trailblazers like Vigne and the Saint-Savins did not go unnoticed. Soon, a wave of ambitious pioneers descended upon Los Angeles, eager to try their hand at viticulture. Kentucky-born William Wolfskill established an impressive 50,000 vine vineyard, which by 1850 was yielding a staggering 1,000 barrels of wine annually. Swiss immigrant Dr. Leonce Huber founded the Clayton Vineyard, while a host of other enterprising individuals, including such luminaries as Foster, Temple, Warner, Baldwin, and Newmark, all threw their hats into the winemaking ring. As the 1850s progressed, the grape industry in Los Angeles reached dizzying heights. In 1857 alone, General Phineas Banning shipped an astonishing 21,000 crates of grapes, each weighing 45 pounds, to San Francisco. That same year, an impressive 250,000 gallons of wine flowed out of Los Angeles. At the peak of the City of Vines era, it is estimated that a staggering 4.5 million grapevines blanketed the Los Angeles landscape. The grape's influence extended far beyond mere agricultural pursuits. In the early days of Los Angeles, grapes and wine served as a vital medium of exchange and trade. Church records reveal that 11 barrels of brandy and a barrel of white wine, generously donated by the missions, were gratefully accepted as contributions toward the construction of the Church of Our Lady of the Angels in the city's plaza. But of all the grapevines that took root in the City of Vines, perhaps none is as legendary as the massive wild grapevine that once graced the property of early settler B.D. Wilson. This colossal vine, likely a native California species, began its journey as a humble cutting transplanted from a canyon near Wilson's home. In a twist of fate, the vine came into the possession of L.J. Rose, who gifted it to house owner Davis Hall. In 1861, Hall replanted the vine, which boasted a sturdy 4-inch trunk, at his own residence. There, it flourished with abandon, its dense foliage providing a natural shelter that doubled as a summer kitchen. As the City of Vines era approached its zenith in 1875, the landscape of Los Angeles had been utterly transformed. Vast, unbroken swaths of vineyards and orchards unfurled south and east of Main Street, stretching to the Los Angeles River and beyond the city limits. A sea of purple, red, and green grape clusters blanketed the land, painting an enchanting picture that would have been unrecognizable to the region's earliest inhabitants. The story of the City of Vines is not merely a tale of agricultural triumphs. It is a romance, a love affair between the people of Los Angeles and the humble grape. From the days when Native American villages dotted the fertile valley, to the tireless efforts of the Mission Padres to nurture a thriving horticultural tradition, to the intrepid spirit of pioneering immigrants who transformed the untamed landscape into a viticultural wonderland. The story of the grape is inextricably woven into the rich tapestry of Los Angeles history. Though the vast majority of the old vineyards have long since vanished, uprooted in the name of progress and urban development, the legacy of the City of Vines lives on. Echoes of this bygone era can be heard in the names of streets like Vineyard and Aliso, poignant reminders of the French and Latino influence that helped shape early Los Angeles. And California's enduring reputation as a world-class wine producer can be traced back to the wild grapes and indomitable vines that once blanketed the City of Vines. As we conclude today's episode of the Southwest Desert, we invite you to raise a glass to the visionaries, the risk-takers, and the tireless workers who transformed Los Angeles into a viticultural paradise. Their stories, etched in the very soil of the city, serve as a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the remarkable resilience of the humble grape. Join us next time as we continue to explore the captivating tales that have shaped the Southwest, where the past comes alive. Please leave a like or comment. For further Southwest romps, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for listening. Happy trails!